welcome to AgriWars. Today, 3rd November. Today I am going to discuss about the banned pesticides in India. We know pesticides and fertilizers are a vital part of agriculture. In order to meet the demand for food for the booming world population, usage of pesticides and fertilizers are unavoidable factors. In India, the usage of deadly pesticides accounts for 30% of the total usage of pesticides in India. Although the Central Committee has reviewed the use of 66 pesticides and recommended the ban of 13 pesticides and banning out of the rest by end of 2020. The process is still on. The impact created on the environment, ecosystem and human lives are severe. Here is a list of 18 banned pesticides and the impact it creates on living forms. Many of the pesticides are toxic even in low dosage. Scientific methods of farming with focus on organic fertilizers have to be used in order to ensure safe food production and environment. Benomil is a fungicide that is selectively toxic to microorganisms and invertebrates like earthworm but not to mammals. It mixes well with the soil and doesn't dissolve in water. The major use of benomil for the control of fungi disease on fruits, vegetables and ornamental are pre-harvest application. The next one is carbaryl. Is a chemical used in insecticide. It is a white crystalline solid and carbaryl is toxic to insects and kill both targeted and beneficial insects. Although approved in US, it is not legal in many countries. It is also toxic to human. And the third one is diazinon. It is an insecticide that is used in agriculture to control insects on fruits, vegetables, nut and field crops. It is used for household insects, lawn and garden insect control. It is hazardous to nerve system and exposure to diazone affects the functioning of nerve system. The fourth one is phenarmone. It's a fungicide used on ornamental plants. It is mainly used to control biosynthesis of important steroid molecules. It is a low toxic to mammals and birds but highly toxic to fish and dolphins. And next one is Renuron. This is used to control growth of grass and weeds for the purpose of supporting the growth of crops like soybeans. This has been found creating issues in animals as an endocrine disruptor. And next one is methylparathione. It is not allowed for sale in almost all countries around the world. It is used as an insecticide on crops including cotton. It is an extremely hazardous chemical. And the seventh one is methoxyethyl mercury chloride. The registration, import, manufacture, formulation, transport, sale is prohibited and its use is completely banned. And the next one is sodium cyanide. It is used widely in illegal cyanide fishing. Its application can also be seen in mining industry. It has high affinity for metals. And the next one is thiamethoxam. It's an alkyl thioether dimethyl organophosphorus ester of moderately acute toxicity. And the next one is triadomorph. It's a fungicide used to control fungus in cereals. The World Health Organization has categorized it as a moderately hazardous pesticide. Moving on to the next topic is triafluoralin. It is commonly used to control growth of weed species by adding to the soil. The environment degradation process has been reported on continuous usage. And the 12th one is alachlor. It is a herbicide. It is used to control annual grasses and weeds in crops like sorghum, soybean and corn. And the 13th one is dichlorvos. It is widely used to control household pests. It is used to get rid of pests in greenhouse outdoor fruits and vegetables. It is harmful when the person using it come in touch with the insecticide. Next one is fluoride. It is an insecticide that controls pests by systemic fumigant action. It is used against sucking and chewing insects. The chemical is extremely toxic and exposure to it include blurred vision, headache, inability to concentrate, fatigue and diarrhea. And the 15th one is phosphamidone. It is an insecticide which is highly toxic to mammal and is listed as hazardous by World Health Organization. And the 60th one is triazophos. It has been registered as an insecticide in many Asian countries such as India, China and Indonesia. And the 17th one is trichlorophon. It is used as an insecticide, home lawns, non-food contact areas of food and meat processing plants. It is also used over as cattle and as pour-on treatment. The 18th one is phenythione. It is an insecticide which low mammalian toxicity. It is used in agriculture and against mosquito larvae in tropical freshwaters. Moving on to the next news, that is coconut oil, a more effective bug repellent. According to a study, compounds derived from coconut oil are better than diethyl toluamide, that is DEET, at preventing disease transmission and discomfort associated with insect bites. For more than 60 years, the DEET has been considered the gold standard in insect repellents, the most effective and long-lasting available commercially, and now identified a specific coconut oil fatty acid that has strong repellency and long-lasting effectiveness. It's against multiple insects such as the mosquitoes, ticks, biting flies, and bedbugs that can transmit disease to human and animal. A team of scientists found that the coconut oil compounds were effective against biting flies and bedbugs for 2 weeks and had lasting repellency against ticks for at least 1 week in laboratory tests. The coconut oil derived free fatty acid mixtures such as lauric acid, capric acid, and caprylic acid, as well as their corresponding methyl esters, provide strong repellency against blood-sucking insects. By encapsulating the coconut fatty acids into a starch-based formula, field trials shown this formula could provide protection to cattle against table flies for up to 96 hours. The DEET was only 50% effective against table flies, while the coconut oil compound was more than 95% effective. The coconut oil fatty acids also provide more than 90% repellency against mosquitoes, including Aedes aegypti, the mosquito that can transmit the Zika virus. That's all today's news. Guys, please subscribe my channel and don't forget to click the bell icon so that you get notified all the updates. Thank you for watching the video.